In this video, I'm going to be talking about a magazine that I have. This is C3i issue 20. And the headline's Asia Engulfed. I don't have that game. It's a block game. I don't play very many block games. I don't even think I have any, unless you call Churchill a block game. But one of the things I like about this is it has a game in it, and a lot of them do. And this one has Jim Dunnigan's, basically it's called Drive on Metz, 1944. And it's this is a 6-page rule book. And, you know, a very small map. And this, you know, something on the back side. It's got all your charts, and it's got the map. Not very many counters, that many. So anyway, this is a game that came out. I got it way back when this book came out, the War Games Handbook by Jim Dunnigan. And like chapter 2 or something like that, in defining what a war game is, it actually has the Drive on Metz game. And you could photocopy the charts and the map and whatnot and the counters and then cut them out and play it. Because it got redone by Victory Point Games, and then it showed up in C3i number 20. So it's a decent little game. So I'm just going to comment to that. The other thing I like about this issue of C3i, it has 2 articles that I was particularly interested in. One is on page 19, called The Chits of August, The Great War in Europe Events Glossary. So The Great War in Europe is a Ted Racer game. Came out originally in Command Magazine, and I can't remember which number. And then it had another Command Magazine, Great War in the Near East, I think it was called, and they kind of combined together for all of World War I. I think it's a division level. So it's pretty big. And then GMT combined them both and put them out in this product, The Great War in Europe, Deluxe. And of course, this has the the Near East in it as well. But one of the things that made this game really unique to me is there's a lot of flavor that Ted Racer put into it with these seasonal turns that come up where you draw a bunch of chits. And then some of them have events or things that can be played in the game. And they're generally historical, but in the game there's not a lot of space to describe, you know, what they are. So what he did, and this is in alphabetical order, is he went through all of the events and put in a blurb to kind of give you the historical reason behind the event and kind of what's being pointed to, even though, you know, the event may have affect the game in a more game mechanical way. But there are a lot of events, 3 columns, 1, 2, 3 pages of them. Goes from Ace, the British Ace Ball, and then it goes all the way to the Zimmerman, you know, the Zimmerman Telegram Zimmerman. So that's really adds a lot of nice flavor if you're trying to understand what you're playing in the game with these chits. So I really liked that article. I thought it was very helpful. There's a number of other articles here, but this one is by Dan Forney, and it's on Pax Romana. And of course, that's a Berg game, which I really enjoyed that game. But what he's done here, Dan Forney has brought in a new scenario called the Spear versus the Bow. It's 570 to 300 BC. So this adds another element into it. He has the scenario notes written out in here. So you've got all of your descriptive material and your setups and who is controlled where. And, you know, it's fairly detailed. So if you, I have not played this, by the way, but if you want to expand your use of Pax Romana, you can certainly do it with this article. So, of course, anything that expands the history for me is very useful. This is the counter sheet that came with the magazine. I've punched out the Drive on Metz counters, but it has some additional counters for Herdonia, which I believe is, I think it's the Great Battles of History series, and I think it's one of the Roman games, but I don't remember. Herdonia, and let's see, there's some other ones in here. The Pax Romana has variant leader counters here. So you have a number of these ones. Leonidas, Alexander, Philip II, Dionysius. So these are all included in here. You have a Hannibal and a Hasdrubal counter. And so that's been added to the game. It has this article also had a variant for Empire of the Sun, but to me, that game had so much in it already, I didn't need any added complexity. So anyway, I just wanted to comment to that. This is a great magazine, C3i, and C3i number 20 had the excellent game, Drive on Metz in it. So thank you for watching, and if you've played Drive on Metz or have anything to say about this, surely leave it in the comments, and I hope you have a great day.